What is up, everyone? This is Omegabalmung, and back again with another comic book pickups of the week. Actually, I'm actually going to do both my comic book pickups of the week and video game pickups of the week in the same video here, because as everybody know, if you've been keeping up with games, it's been a little bit of a drought in gaming. There's not really a lot of things that has come out, so and it'll be a little bit shorter for this week because, like I said, there's nothing that has been that came out, and I don't have like really a capturing device for the Vita, so I'm stuck with just three games and quick ones too. The first one is from Atlas for the PS Vita called Conception 2. Like that. A little closer like that. Yeah, so this game is a little weird. It's very Persona-esque. You go to a school and you do this and you do that. You talk to your friends, and then you have to go into what they call labyrinths, which are different like floors where you kind of have to go through and fight a boss. So it's a little similar to Persona. The cool thing I love about this game is there is no time limit, so you can do whatever you want per day. I don't think there's even a day. There's like seasons, but it doesn't change if you go to the labyrinth or you go to a training facility. It doesn't take up time. And that's pretty cool. The gameplay itself, it's a dungeon crawler, of course. You have your main character, and then actually I want to talk about what you actually do first. The main character, of course, you can name wherever you want to. He is, this, star child or something like that, and he's the only person that can go into these dust circles, which all these monsters spawn out, and then activate his what totally forgot what it's called. The shirt itself kind of just goes out of my into one ear, out of the other one. But the weird thing is actually you have to actually literally conception, of course. You have to make these star babies with different female characters in in your class. So your class is pretty much run. You're like soldiers pretty much, and you're one of the better ones, and you have to go and make babies with the other really good S class students, and it's pretty. It's like I said, it's pretty weird. You get these bound points and bond points. I should say, where you do a lot of bonding with your characters, and then you hatch little kids out of eggs, and they help you during the labyrinths too. So you can have like when they hatch, you can either pick what you want them to be: a healer, a magic user, a soldier, gunslinger, and all like that. I was able to pick those because I'm still very early in the game, but I just spent like 5-6 hours just grinding levels, so I might be a little bit over leveled. But like I said, it's a dungeon crawler. You go floor by floor until you reach the bottom. It is a turn-based RPG like Persona. You actually have on the bottom you have kind of like the Final Fantasy X kind of deal where it tells you who's coming up next, so you kind of can plan your attacks. The party formations are pretty simple. You have your main character, and he's always with a hero, one of your the ladies, one of the students. So you're always paired up with that. But for your other party members, which is your star children's, they are party up into three characters, which they all share HP, MP. So once one levels up, your HP increases, MP increases. But you add them all up together. So pretend all the star children, all three of them level up. All their MPs are plus 40, plus 40 from the second one, plus 40 from 120 MP plus that. So that's the cool aspect here. They're not strong, so you can't always rely on them. Your main characters are the stronger. I mean, they're doing like different 200-300 per attack, but my main character could do like grand. So big numbers, I'm gonna say big numbers in this game. But like I said, it's a weird game. I really enjoyed it. Just the fact that it's an RPG game, and the fact that there is no time limit to what you're doing. So you get to kind of just go out there and do what you want to do. I just like to level grind a lot, and that's what I did for like 5-6 hours. I was playing it at like 10 o'clock, and then I looked at the time and I was like, whoa, it's 2:30 in the morning. I need to go to sleep. So, pretty cool game. Like I said, Conception 2, Children of the Seven Stars, for the Vita and the 3DS. So, if you do have a 3DS, that's where I would go and pick it up. The next game I actually got, from last week, was, there is no physical copy because this is a digital only game, of course. Actually, you get it for free from PlayStation, being a PS Plus member. Is Mercenary Kings for the PS4, and I think it's just for the PS4. I think you can get that on PC too, but so far I think it's just for the PS4. And like I said, you get it for free from last week. And I kind of played a little bit of it. I'm looking at maybe only like an hour or so into it. It is a side-scrolling shooter, kind of like almost like a Contra type game. But there is also little aspects into the game too, where there's crafting, there's getting better armor, getting better weapons by healing items and stuff like that. So like I said, it's very you can get it for $14. It's a smaller game. It's like a lot of people say it's kind of like Contra with with like Monster Hunter or something, a game like that where you collect items, build your armor, build your weapons. When you kill enemies, they actually drop like materials and things like that. So that's pretty cool. That's a cool aspect of the game. That's the kind of game I kind of want to play most of the time, where you're collecting materials, you're doing that, so you make your guy stronger instead of just playing just playing the same character. And that's all you do is just play throughout and things like that. So it's a game where I would recommend it. If you're a PlayStation Plus member, anyways, you should definitely download it and give it a go. Like I said, it is $14.99. I think it was $14.99 on the PlayStation Network store. So it's a pretty cool game. Like I said, side scroller mixed with RPG, Monster Hunter, loot gathering game. So that is it for. Actually, there's one more game. It is Final Fantasy 14 A Realm Reborn for the PS4. I upgraded my version from the PS3 to the PS4, which is free if you have the PS3 version. I did have the collector's version of the PS3, so I just upgraded to the PS4, and then I'll get all my collector's items and whatever collector's items that comes with the PS4 version if you pre-ordered it new. So I think it's like a fat chunkable, which looks pretty cool. I see pictures of that. I'm like, I gotta get that fat chunkable, which is the mount, so you can ride it around. So it looks pretty funny. But other than that, I have really nothing to say about the game. I mean, you see my videos and stuff already. Maybe I'll do a gameplay video for the PS4 version instead of the PS3. Actually, I played it on the PC for my 2 or 3 videos I did. But for this one, I'll probably do the PS4 and see what's the difference and stuff like that. But anyways, that is pretty much it for the video game pickups of the week. Like I said, not much going on. Not much next week and the week after that. So we'll see what happens. But that's what it is. So we're just having a drought until maybe closer to mid next month, where we start to see a little bit more games. But let's get started here with the comic book pickups of the week. I did get quite a few comic books, new comic books, I should say. Like I said, I'm going to try to, I read through most of them. Like I said, I did buy a few comic books, way too many. So I read through maybe 60% of them. And I kind of want to give like a rating to them, maybe a 1 out of 10 or something like that. 1 through, obviously not 1 out of 10, but a 1 to 10 kind of rating. So it's the judge. So you could kind of if you want to buy that certain comic book, maybe you're looking at my videos like, oh, maybe I'll check it out. So anyways, let's get started here. The new one here will be Sheena. What is that? I don't even know what her hair is in the way, but something of the jungle. Quest, maybe? I don't know. It's actually by Moonstone, so it's actually issue number 1. I really didn't go through this yet, so that sucks. But like I said, I've gone through a few of them. I read through like maybe, like I said, about 60-ish% of what I bought. So there's a lot. Batman Eternals, as cool as always. People like it. I myself it's okay with it. Maybe out of 10, maybe like a 7 or something out of 10. But a lot of people tend to like it. But for me, it's just not enough action, and there's just a lot of speech bubbles. So reading through it might be a little harder, because when you're reading through a lot of books, it takes a while. So like I said, I'll get back to it. See, I read maybe half of the book already, and like I said, I'm getting about 7 out of 10. And maybe it'll change. Maybe I'll really enjoy it when I read the whole thing. But like 1 and 2 are pretty okay to me. Next up would be Birds of Prey, issue 30, which is a pretty decent issue. I want to give it maybe a 6 or 7 out of 10. No spoilers, so I won't talk too much about it. Deadpool vs. Carnage, issue 2. As usual, pretty crazy. And I won't lie to you, this is really the only cover that kind of matches the book. Because this is actually a scene in the book itself, which is pretty cool. And like I said, I'm giving it probably a 8 out of 10. It's really wacky, and that's how they are, Deadpool and Carnage. So pretty weird guys to start out with. And like I said, it's a good read. It's funny, things like that. Next up will be Wonder Woman issue 30. There's a lot of 30s for DC Comics right now. So Wonder Woman issue 30. I haven't really given this a go yet. I just kind of looked through it, but I'll read it once I get a chance to. So I can't really give it a number just because I haven't read it yet. But next up will be actually Sinestro issue 1, which is a pretty good read. I want to say I'm giving it maybe an 8 out of 10 because the story, just them talking about how Sinestro has done this. I won't spoil it, but just trying to get Alyssa Drake, trying to get Sinestro to come back, and when he does, of course, come back, things happen. So I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. It was a pretty good read. So next up will be Hulk issue 1. It's a variant cover, so with Captain there. If this thing will focus, there we go. And it's pretty. I really didn't enjoy it too much. I might maybe giving it a 4 or 5 out of 10. Maybe I just didn't really enjoy it that much. But the ending did leave. I kind of actually want to see what happens in issue 2 because of the ending itself, but everything before that I just couldn't get into. So we'll see what happens next week the next issue. I'll probably pick it up and give it a read. But right now, it's okay. It's okay. Next up will be Batman issue 30. If it's really just a harder cover, it's pretty cool. This is actually the last issue for 0 years, so I haven't given it a read yet, but a lot of people actually like the 0 year act, so it's cool. Next up will be Batman and Wonder Woman. This is the Batman and Robin, but since, spoiler, what happens to Robin, he has different casts in there, Batman and Aquaman, Batman and whoever. So this one was with Wonder Woman. So giving a quick read. I've gone through almost the whole book. I'm probably giving it maybe a 7 out of 10. I might want to do a little bit. It's an okay read. Batman in here is very just this is the first Batman and Robin I really read. mostly for the New 52 stuff. So Batman in here is determined. That's all I can say. He is very determined. Next up will be Harley Quinn. Actually, I might just go with a 1 through 5 deal after that, because 1 through 10 is a little too hard. Harley Quinn, issue 5. As of course, Harley Quinn with his nonsensical, just being weird. It's just a lot of funny little antics in here that they do. There's the beginning where she's eating like a whole bunch of like chili dogs, and then it comes back and bites her later on. So, given this one, I would probably go with maybe like a 7 out of 10, because like I said, there's not much action in here. It's just a lot of just funny quips and stuff like that. So, like I said, then chili dogs. Next up will be the Superior Spider-Man issue 31. This is actually the final Superior Spider-Man. And I actually got the variant cover for that. And that's pretty cool. It's a really thick book. It's price is $5.99. So it's a pretty thicker book. It comes with a cool little little poster in there too for the new Ultimate Spider-Man with Miles Morales. So like I said, this was actually one of the better books of this week. I want to say maybe a 9 out of 10, just because it's cool. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a nice wrap up to Superior Spider-Man, which I haven't really kept up with. I've only started at 20 something, so I really would have to go back. I shouldn't say it's a good way to end it, but I really have to go back and start from issue 1, which I do have. I think I read a little bit of it only, so pretty cool. This is one of my pickups of the week. I would definitely check it out. Superior Spider-Man issue 31. Thick book, as I'm gonna say. It comes with like 4 or 5 different, or at least from what I've seen, I saw like 3 to 4 different covers when I went to my comic shop. So you probably could find them more online with different comic book, shops and stuck like that. So, which I just chose this one because this one looked cool, and I really like Superior Spider-Man's costume. Mostly when Doc Ock was, spoiler, Doc Ock was Spider-Man, which is this costume right here. Which I really enjoy. I like that color better. It's just a darker, it's a darker tone color, and looks like he has cool like sneakers on. But anyways, next up will be, as of course, I'm still loving it. Supergirl, issue 30, with the Red Lanterns. You learn a little bit more about the Lanterns in here. You're looking, and you see what they do and stuff like that. I always thought they were just assholes who go and just beat people up, and it's pretty cool to see like a different side of them. Like I said, I always thought they just wanted to fight just to fight, but in here you kind of see what they do, mostly with I guess Guy Garner as the leader. So you see a little bit more of Supergirl and what she can do as a Red Lantern. You see Bleeze too, because from what happens from last episode, I would love to see Atrocitus in this one, but you really don't get to see him. That sucks. But hopefully we get to see him soon. And hopefully we get to see them battle out. So, anyways, Ghost issue 3. Oh, I'm giving this one an 8 out of 10. I just love the drawings, love the story that it tells. It kind of, you can see like a softer side of the Red Lanterns, which is kind of weird because to me I always thought them were just angry all the time. But it's cool to see. It's cool to get into their books and see a different side of the Lanterns themselves, and not just being having given like Sinestro and them. It's just cool seeing different what these other Lanterns do instead of just seeing the Green Lanterns myself. 8 out of 10. Next up will be Ghost. I just gave it a quick read. Ghost issue 3, I should say. I'm just giving this a quick read. Of course, I'm sticking to this because I like the artwork for this. I haven't read through it too much, so I can't really give a good number for that. But I'm sticking to it because this is one of the few comic books I've picking up early in my my comic book collecting days, which is only like a month or 2 ago. So I'm still keeping with it. So No number for that yet because I haven't really read through it. I just kind of skimmed through it. So next up will be Transformers Windblade. It's a variant cover 2, which I actually should have gotten the regular cover, which actually had her on the page, which was pretty cool. So, what can I say? The artwork looks cool. Read through a little bit of it. It's just like a backstory for them. It's kind of weird seeing, because I never really read any of the Transformers comic books. I have never, so it's kind of weird seeing them just chilling out and drinking at a bar, and things happen at the end here, which I would actually like to see. I would kind of want to really get into the Transformers universe, but like I said, I do really love the drawings for this. It looks like a paint kind of drawing, paint colors to the drawing, so that's pretty cool. Like I said, no number for that. No number because I didn't really give it a really good read through and just soak it in. So next up will be Ultimate Fantastic Four, I guess, or Future Founder. I don't know. I think it's Fantastic Four. This is the Future Foundry versions of the Fantastic Four. I guess is Iron Man. I don't know these two, unfortunately. I don't know who these are. You can tell I'm not a big fan of Fantastic Four. I'm not a super fan of it, but this is an okay issue. It has a little bit of action in there. The drawings are, the artwork is okay. But, I gave it a quick read, and it seems to be pretty cool. I like to get more into this series, but at the ending, like I said, I kind of want to read the next issue because of what happens at the end. And of course, as usual, things always happens at the end of a comic book, I guess. That makes you kind of want to I want to see what's happening next. But if I was to give this one a go, I want to say maybe a 6 or 7 out of 10. But I do love the ending part to this. So next up, of course, I'm almost done, is Smallville Lantern. As guilty pleasure. I'm a big fan of Smallville, and I had to get this one. This kind of goes through small. I don't know if you've seen Green Lantern in the Smallville season 11 comic books yet. I'm only on issue 4, but I haven't. I don't know if they showed Green Lantern yet, but this is a pretty cool issue where, and of course, you can see from the cover already, Superman becomes a Green Lantern, is picked by the Green Lantern, and he has to figure out, how to get things working as a Green Lantern and things like that. So, definitely looking. This is probably, as personal, this is probably one of my pickups of the week. But that's me. But I really enjoyed it. 8 out of 10. Next up, of course, is always my go-to comic, as usual, is Miss Marvel issue 3. This will probably be this is Spider-Man and Smallville Lantern, of course. Mostly Miss Marvel and Spider-Man, Superior Spider-Man would be my pickups of the week. But anyways, Miss Marvel, as usual, there's not a lot of action. Actually, there's really none at all, but you kind of learn what the character is, what she is, and all that. You kind of learn, how difficult it is to be, with all these superpowers, but not being able to control it, and you're kind of just learning as you go. And you see a little cameo in here, so that's pretty cool. And and it's pretty, it's a cool comic book. I like it. I just like the character herself, which is pretty cool. And I kind of want to see what they're going to do with the comic book. I want to see a little bit more action in there, but the artwork and the story that they tell is freaking awesome. So this Miss Marvel issue 3 and Superior Spider-Man issue 31, which is the last Superior Spider-Man before the new Amazing Spider-Man comes out, is the pickups of the week for me. Miss Marvel, I would actually give it a 9 out of 10 because it was a fun read. Good read, fun read, good story. But anyways, that is it for the new comic books of the week. I do have some back issue ones and a few trades that I got. Let's actually go with the trades first. This one is Saga Volume 1, which is a pretty cool. I only read through the first chapter. It's there. You know, the artwork is freaking awesome. Like I said, I haven't really soaked in too much of it. I only read through the first book, or not the book, but the first volume 1, so, or issue 1. But there's I think 4 or 5 of them in here, so I'm looking forward to reading more of it. But pretty cool, pretty cool. Next up will be Kingdom Come, of course. I've been looking at this one for a while, and it's a 4-part comic book put into one. Of course, it's a trade paperback. I wish there's a hardcover for this one. The place I went to shop for didn't have one. I think this is one of the newer covers, anyways. So great read if you're never a DC fan. This is probably one of the books I would go and read first. Kingdom Come is pretty cool book. So like I said, no spoilers. I won't give any spoilers, but things happen. And just Superman and the whole Justice League, all the older DC characters, they all come back and figure things out. So that's all I can say. That's all I can say. I won't say much about it. Kingdom Come, a really good read, really good comic book, really good book. I would definitely go with the trade because it's probably more cheaper than getting all 4 of them, because all 4 of them are pretty expensive itself. So I would definitely get a trade, but I'm not going to say. I might just buy all 4 books anyways. So then that is it for the trades. I do have 2 more coming in soon, so we'll knock that one out next week. Next up will be some back issues, or not back, older issues, I guess, of some comic books. This one is from last week, Invincible issue 110. I heard a lot of great things about this one, Invincible, so I decided to pick up 110 and see how that goes. And I read through a little bit of it already. It seems pretty cool, so I'll see what comes out, and maybe I'll try going back to some of the older ones. Like I said, it's a worth of a shot. Next up will be the Action Comics Annual 2. This one actually will end the start of the Krypton Returns series that I was going for. There's the Superman. Actually, I don't think I have the Superboy one. Maybe there's the Superman issue 20 something. Supergirl issue 29. Superman issue 29. Supergirl issue 29, and maybe Superboy issue 29, which with the Krypton Returns. And it's New 52, so this one ends it, and I'm surprised they actually had it. And maybe I don't have it. I should have checked that out before I bought it, but whatever. Next up will be All-Star Superman issue 6, and of course, keep going. And I need to change the bag on this one. It's a little too big for that, but of course I'm going. Too bad they didn't have issue 7. I'm looking for issue 7 because I don't really want to, for this one at least, I don't want to skip give out issue 8, 9, 10. I kind of want to buy them as I go, so I don't overread them. Next up will be actually we'll just knock these out real quick because I bought them for cheap. It was like $1, and I got all 3 of them. Superman, or Action Comics, the New 52, issue 21. You got issue 22. That's not good. And issue 23, and I already have this one already, but it came with it's like $1 for all 3 of them, so I'm like, I might as well. Next up will be, of course, the Oracle, the Cure, I should say. Oracle, the Cure, issue 1. Also got issue 2. and issue 3. And next up would be The Adventures of Superman issue 466. This is actually the first appearance of Hank Henshaw, which you guys would know he is the cyborg Superman. So he's on the, which is pretty cool. I got it for cheap. It's a cheap comic. It's like $2.99. So I'm like, oh, I'm buying it. Shazam: The New Beginning. The Clash with Black Adam. This is like I said, issue. This is the second issue, which is not too bad. Anything with Shazam and Black Adam is freaking awesome. Next up will be Superbia, and this will end the first run of Superbia for me. It's only 4 issues in the first Superbia volume, so I'm pretty excited to read through this. I haven't read through it yet, but that means I'll be going on to the next season, the next volume, which is like, I don't remember, it's like 12, 15 maybe books, so we'll see what happens. Next up will be Action Comics 595, first appearance of the Silver Banshee. Silver Banshee is a cool character, I should say. She looks freaking awesome. Steals your soul, or men's soul. Then next up would be Action Comics 662. The secret has been revealed. Pretty awesome cover, as I can say. And then this one is Action Comics issue 471, first appearance of Fiora. That's pretty awesome. Awesome cover itself. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, as usual, I do have all my comic books that I want to get signed. They all have come in, but I'm going to wait until next week for that. Hopefully, I don't have too much now. I'm going to be buying, but like I said, whatever happens. But I'm going to wait on this anyways to maybe do its own video. Maybe I'll make one in a few days here. But I'm going to wait on those until next week and see what that rolls out to be. But they all came in, so I'm going to try to get them all signed. I probably won't get them all signed, but the ones I want to get signed are the Neil Adam ones, and that's pretty much it. But there's a few other ones. I don't remember who the artists were, but I got to get on that and write them on the back of the board, and oh, this will be signed by this and this. So I don't just be like, oh, I have to remember all the names and stuff like that. But anyways, that is it for this week. I'm still a little sick. I've been sick for the past few days, so my nose is all stuffed up. I have the room is spinning at this moment. So, but anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video here. As usual, go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you guys like my videos. Go ahead and check out my other videos that I have for comic books and video games, of course. Into those two. Like always, hit the like button if you guys like my videos, and also add some comments, on my videos. Talk about comics, talk about games. What comic book should I pick up for next week or on? What characters should I get into? I'm looking forward to getting some of the first appearance for some of the weirder characters or less known characters. I won't be able to get any of the first appearance for like Wolverine or the Hulk or something like that. Yeah, I don't think I'm willing to pay that much money for them, but I'm trying to get first appearance for some of the more odd characters. But anyways, I'll see everybody next week.